Hey everyone, welcome back to Behind the Wrestling Curtains. I'm Balin and this is Daniel.
Hello.
And today we've sadly lost a great person.
Yeah, we have in Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea, 71 years of age, of a cardiac arrest. Now,
I actually didn't know that.
You're young. I probably started watching wrestling younger than what you are, so Hogan has been a big part of my life. I know there's been some other stuff that we're not going to talk about on this video, but for me, when I look at it, I was WrestleMania 6 against the Ultimate Warrior. It was title for title. That was probably my first match that I watched of him, and then I went backwards. So then you start watching WrestleMania 1 and 2 and 3 and so on. And then there was, I think it was 7 when it was Sergeant Slaughter. That was when that was the Iraqi war sort of thing happened, and Hogan was the American hero and Sergeant Slaughter was the bad guy. And there was the Royal Rumble wins as well. There was that controversial one now, but at the time you sort of thought it was pretty cool. Yokozuna won the title at WrestleMania 9 from Bret Hart, one of my favourite wrestlers of all time. And Hogan came out and won the title from Yokozuna. And yeah, at the time you think that was pretty cool, but there's obviously a lot of politics backstage from there. As I mentioned, the Rumble wins, a SummerSlam match between him and Warrior teaming up against Sergeant Slaughter, Colonel Adnan, and I can't think of the other one, but it was a 2-on-3 handicap match. Then there was that big one, signing at WCW. So you can imagine.
And didn't it become WWE?
No,
or was it?
So it was WWF, and then he went to WCW, which is a bit like AEW now. So opposition. So,
I thought you meant them combining.
No.
I thought we're at that stage.
No.
I don't really apologise. I'm not really talking as much. As he said, I'm pretty young and I don't really know much about Hogan. But yeah, he knows a fair bit. So apologise that I'm not talking.
Then went across to WCW as Red and Yellow Hogan, and then there was
McDonald's Hogan.
There was that massive match. I think it was Bash at the Beach, basically where Hogan became the third person because it was Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, known as the Outsiders, and
NWO.
Yeah, well, they weren't really NWO; they were just called the Outsiders at that stage.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The only thing that I really know about Hogan, I remember from like back that, is when he spray painted the WWE title.
WCW.
This one actually. But that's pretty much all I remember. Him just spraying NWO on this title, which was pretty awesome.
So then he joined Nash and Scott Hall and formed the NWO, and I think everyone on the WCW roster was then a member of the NWO, whether it was black or white or whether it was red and black. And then went back to WWE as the NWO, a different carnation of what it was. And then they had the match with Rock at WrestleMania 18, I think, from memory, of which then he became a babyface, and the rest is history. His last, sadly, and as I mentioned at the top, not going to talk about the political stuff, not going to talk about any of that other stuff. That's not fair. This is the form of entertainment. Hulk Hogan. His last appearance was at Raw not that long ago.
The debut on Netflix.
Was the Netflix one. And he was booed out of the building because of different circumstances. And to me, you look at it now and you think that's the last appearance of him in a WWE arena, and he was booed out of the building. For a guy that's given so much entertainment value to the world of professional wrestling, that night was, as I said, I get why. As I said, that's not for here. From there, and of course, the tributes have been coming out on Twitter, on TikTok, and the like. Ric Flair was one of the first. I think
even on TNA too.
I think TMZ interviewed Ric Flair.
And by the time of recording this, SmackDown is tomorrow, and I'm sure they're gonna have just a tribute, full-on show for him.
Quite possible.
Like what they did with Bray and Terry Funk.
So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, it's a sad day because even he did some movies as well, and he had his own reality show and the like, and the Hogan Beach shop, of course. We had there, and one of the little ones, and we mentioned about tributes and stuff, but one of the things for me was this kid, 6.
In the shop?
In the shop.
Oh, yeah.
What's he going to do, brother?
I've seen that video.
And that's just, like, that's doing the circulations again on social media. So, yeah, they're from there. So, yeah, it is a sad day. It knocked me a little bit as a fan of wrestling, but I'm sure, you know, they will be doing something on SmackDown, as you said, from there and the like. So yeah, rest in peace, Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Again, I don't really have much to say because I don't really know much about Hogan.
What you gonna do, brother?
Yeah.
That's about all I got.
Yeah, pretty much. I liked when he came out at WrestleMania 35, I believe, with Alexa.
Was it that? Yeah, and there was the one where he
recent memory, times.
He came out with Rock and Austin and
he
called it the Silverdome, I think, and or whatever it was. From there, but yeah, you know the big iconic moment was, you know, the slamming of Andre the Giant. You know, that sticks in. If you know nothing about wrestling and you said, you know, the name Hulk Hogan, everyone knows the name Hulk Hogan. So, very sad.
Yeah, very sad day. But rest in peace, Hulk Hogan or Terry
Bollea.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, thank you all so much for 100 subscribers.
Not only that, but also let us know in the comments, and we mentioned there, don't go talking about the other stuff. We're not interested in that. Let us know in the comments your favourite memory of Hulk Hogan. Was it, you know, the WrestleMania 1 match with Mr. T and Paul Orndorff and Rowdy Roddy Piper, you know, that kind of stuff. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, that would be greatly appreciated. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.
He might. I won't. Or who knows?
No. Yeah, you can if you want.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
You can if you want.
Appreciate it.